Hey guys, this is Sarn Productions, aka 94673, and I'm back in Days of the Divine Part 7. And before we go on talking to this dreamy guy right here, I'm just going to say right now that there's a certain demo for a certain game made by a certain company who made a certain other game that a certain someone made a certain playthrough of with certain characters, meaning all characters. Which a certain someone certainly might make a video about later today. So if you got that, then you might be excited, and if you didn't get that, then I'm very sorry. I just had a bit of a fit with the word certain. Sounds weird now, doesn't it? Anyway, let's just go on with this. Is the music too loud? I can never quite figure that out with this computer. Anyway, let's go on. BO says, well, go, please. Maybe. Perhaps I should tell you the story, B. I sit and listen intently. It isn't what I had in mind, but everything that makes him open up a little more is a good thing. Before I came to this village, there were many guards who were overstepping their bounds. I wandered around, disgusted, in search of a place where I could find an answer on how to stop it. It was when I met a youth who also held a healthy dislike of gods, and challenged me to a duel to stay away from his village. So what happened? Did you become friends? I beat him to within an inch of his life. Ouch, you're so nice. Don't give me that look. Even if I was low on followers, I was still a god. His sword wouldn't be able to harm me, let alone him beating me. Throwing your life away by picking impossible fights instead of trying to do something useful irked me. I thought that that was the end of our little saga, but after a month or two, he managed to find me again. He was barely recovered, yet he wished to fight me again. And you beat him to a pulp again? A little less this time. I didn't want to permanently harm the fool, and his injuries made it difficult to prevent. However, it was getting annoying, so I asked him why he would be foolish enough to challenge a god twice in a row. It turns out that he was the head of another god's religion. One that asked a lot of prayer and sacrifices from its followers. He had hoped to provoke me into a battle with his own god, prepared for death, knowing that it was the only way to directly strike back at him. Feeling some pity, I decided to help him out. I guess back then, I did consider him a friend. We talked about the gods and their ways, discussed how we could help out other humans to stand up on their own, and I even taught him some real swordplay to prevent him from getting harmed. They were good times, but good times end way too quickly. Yeah. After we managed to defeat the god terrorizing the village, it was the beginning of an end. How did it end? What happened to your friend? How all my stories end. He betrayed me too. Now, I want you to go. You need to sleep, and you've made me recall some unpleasant memories I'd wish to forget. Wishing not to undo the progress I've made, I let him be and head back to my room. I remember the hateful prayers in his room, and the way he ended his story. I'm not sure why he cursed us with the mist, but I feel like I can get him to open up. If I can get him to open up a little more, perhaps he'll stop the mist. No. Even if he continues, I want to at least understand him. That is the least I can owe him for being his follower. He has lost his way. I tiptoe back to my room absent-mindedly. No one should be awake at this hour anyway. Be! Oh wait. Shh, not that loud. He'll wake everyone up. But why are you awake? The monsters will harm you. And you were awake yesterday too. Something's wrong here. I don't like him. I don't like you one bit, Maru. Oh yeah, I told him that, didn't I? But didn't you tell me monsters attacked you in your sleep? I can't let my guests be bothered by such impolite monsters, so I asked Grandpa for some special combat lessons and went for some patrolling action. It's close enough to the truth, just the wrong shrine. Is that why you're carrying the sword? What a strange sword it is. I remember Senri also looking at it, despite it looking normal enough. Now I'm sure something's up with it. Well, it works well enough against monsters. So, should one trouble you, come to me, okay? Maru seems to hesitate for a moment before finally shaking no. You're too nice for you. You won't cut him down, and that just means you'll be hurt. You're talking about Senri, aren't you? Senri is like the best thing ever, and you're just a annoying little brat. Nah. I'm so nice. And with that, Maru leaves. Not Maru leaves. Groggily, I wake up. I overslept again, didn't I? Music. And tea. With so much to think about, though, I can't really help it. Getting up, I take a careful look at my door. To my surprise, it's devoid of of notes and sharp objects this time. However, I suddenly feel a chill running down my spine and dress myself as quickly as possible. Surely you wouldn't. Oh God. Leo, so you've finally awoken. I knew it. Grandpa would never let me get away with it. You are shaming our very ancestors with your behavior. Appropriate punishment are in order. I'm sure the ancestors are something to forgive me for oversleeping a few times. I try not to groan at what's to come. If it were my decision, I would have taken you to the shrine on the hill every morning to fight the monsters. However, Leofan has convinced me that it's his duty to his god, and I respect his wishes in this regard. Therefore, I have to reduce it to the following. For a month, you will do the groceries on your own. Oh, thank you, Leofan. You truly saved me here. And each day you shall do the whole appreciation ritual to ask Senri for forgiveness in regards to your behavior, starting now. Without time to protest, Grandpa drags me to the ceremony room. Upon entering the room, Grandpa helps me with a few preparations we need to make. I take the ceremonial staff from the wall and inspect it carefully. Let's see if it's still in good condition. The staff is nothing more than a fancy stick with some decorative paper hanging from the tip, but Grandpa makes me call it a staff. However, since it's surprisingly heavy, it tires me out when I have to swing it around. I remember I had to hold it with both hands first, but after a while I could manage with just one hand. Normally, the whole appreciation ritual is done once every week to pay our respects to Senri. Grandpa overlooks the people watching, while I do the hard work and strike the bell at the end of the ritual. It's pretty exhausting, but I've gotten used to it after so many years. I would dare to say I'm even quite good at it now. What is this? What is it? Perhaps you could call it a dance. Standing in front of Grandpa, I take a deep breath and relax my body. Being all tense will bother my movements. Begin. As soon as Grandpa speaks, I begin the ceremony by placing my feet apart from each other and keeping a somewhat straight but ready position. My arms moves ever so slightly, tilting my staff, and I start the dance. Sliding my feet as I move, my heels never leave the floor as my feet remain apart from one another. I swing, I step to the left, I step to my right, and I swing again, from high positions to some slow and fast. The movements are like second nature to me. I don't even have to think when doing this. I wonder if Senri cares what I'm doing here, or even if he notices it for the matter. Making a thrust forward, something seems strange, as if the movements seem extra familiar somehow. I make another thrust, the tip of my staff on head height, before thrusting it forward one final time. No one else has done the ritual in a long time, so that can't be it. I take a few more swings deep in thought. I notice my movements getting muddled, so I let it go for now. After a while, I start whispering a soft mantra, the same one I used today. The softly flowing seals appear, and I make them follow my thrusts and strings. Swings. In perfect You shall. We reached the starting position again after I let them vanish. I feel calm and rested despite the exercise as I walk over to the bell and chime it. The ritual has ended. Good job, you. That was a fine performance. You're not the little girl who keeps dropping the staff. Grandpa is praising me and smiling. Yesterday too. I'm not used to it. I guess you couldn't blame me for it. Who thought letting a kid hold a heavy object for long was a good idea? That's just mean. It builds character. I shrug, but Grandpa keeps smiling. He's been smiling so much lately, it's a bit scary. Now, since our new guests arrived, we have been short on stock, so go into the village and get these items. He hands me a very long list of groceries, and other daily needs written down on it. Wait a second. Why didn't you tell me yesterday when we passed through the town? Together we could have easily brought it with us. I forget things. Age is getting to me. Now hurry up, I need all those items. Hey, don't die, Grandpa. I kinda need you here. Or do you mean you planned this punishment yesterday already? Oh, maybe that. Then he's not dying. That's nice. I do hate him, but I still love him. Sorry, T. I sigh and start running. Stupid Grandpa never changes. It took me a while to get everything, but I still managed to carry it on my own. Satisfied, I walked to the kitchen to get some well-deserved leftovers. Maybe I should just put an end to it, but can I? Mado continues mumbling, leaning on the railing absent-mindedly. We have to pick sides, I'm so much picking Senrei's side. Mado is an annoying brat. I walk up to him, tapping him on the shoulder. He reacts in shock. Theo! And what? Yeah, you heard that? Don't think out loud if you didn't want me to. Gah, I just don't know what to do about it anymore. What's bothering you? I don't think keeping silent about it will help any of us. Maybe... Let's say I went to a very pretty village once. I heard people were really proud of their home, but some ass exploited them. Okay, I nod. He's probably talking about Senrei. I'll see where this goes. However, when I entered, the people he lived with begged me to send him away. Really? That was before the mist came, wasn't it? Yes. Although I feel a bit bad about it. Why so? I don't know exactly what happened between them, but I just fought him out of jealousy when I got an excuse. I didn't look further into it. I just assumed he was an ass because someone told me. You don't just assume that someone is an ass. That's very ass-like to do. Great. I softly tap his head. That's bad. I know. But since he might have really turned into something vile, I don't think he can cope with the hate. And if I do the wrong thing, it might really get bad. Doesn't he hate you? It might get worse if you go and see him. I know, but if I don't, it will get worse too. I think he has at his limit. He sighs, but then pats me on the head. Himself. Well, thanks for listening, and don't worry. I'll think of something. I try to speak up, but he interrupts me before I can. You came for a meal, right? I think Leovan knows you're up to something, too, since he told me to give you this. Let's go to our rooms and rest, okay? Don't do anything dangerous. I can handle this. No, you can't. I'll do it. He pushes something in my hands. It smells delicious, but I've seemed to lost my hunger. Yeah. So this began because we hated him? Why would he hate him before the mist? Confused, I nearly miss Marassi, hate, la la la. I have to end the episode. See you next time. Bye.